All right, put my mug back up here in the corner again. What I wanted to talk to you about real fast was I've appreciated your gameness at trying this new method of being active learners in class the best I can. With 80 students, I'm a little. I don't know how I'm going to pass back your quizzes that I grade. And I got to thinking, you can write it down on a different thing, but you guys are in those small chairs with that dinky ass table that you're supposed to write with, and so that makes it difficult. So I think I figured out a way I'm going to do this. I will bring in. I'll have two sets of folders. One folder is the old quizzes for those of you who want to come get it, and I'll try and be there on time, a little early, so that when the engineers are dorking around, you guys can come up and get your quizzes if you want. But I can't take up 15 minutes of class time to pass back quizzes that are only worth 5% of your grade overall with all of them that you do. Okay, so I just can't. But I do understand that you put your notes on there and everything else. You see, my 210 kids are in that big Miller Nichols uh, learning center room, and so they've got a table they can work, so they can work their problems here and then take their notes over here. So they got plenty. You guys don't have that. And there's only 80 of you, so we can work that out. All right. So I've broken the code on that. The other thing that I'm changing up here, as you see, this is on a homework on a Word document, and I've just attached links to the YouTubes of so that because the Blackboard, when I would embed the videos on Blackboard directly, that's just adding one more layer to the video, and so the picture was way behind the sound if I was in it, and also when I try and like load, this didn't happen in your class, but when I try and load like uh, YouTube videos of like the NBC Olympics for my physical sport class, there was like it seemed like NBC put in a thing that wouldn't allow it to be uploaded to Blackboard, but I could upload it to a document and put it on Blackboard so that you. And I think the quality would be much higher. So, two quick introduction thing. First of all, good job on first of all the attendance and two, working together in class. I think that's the best way to learn things. And three, we'll try and the update of the videos. And four is I will have two sets of folders. There'll be the old quizzes that you can collect. Now, I'm going to keep them for one freaking day. All right, that's it. I'm bringing them to one class period. And if you want them, you better get them because I'm not your mother. I'm not going to keep 80 quizzes around. Within a week, I'll have 400 sheets of paper in my office. Homie, don't play that. So you'll have to figure something. You have to come to class, and if you really want them, you can pick them up. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and look at capacitance. That's where we are. Okay, so here's a battery. All right, so here's a battery. So let's turn on the battery. Basically, another thing that I want to show you though is, and I'll probably have to stop the video, but okay, so let's make the battery plug in. So look what happens when the battery is actually working. All right, so we get this. These two shells. So what happens is out of the positive node, or if I go this way, if I do it this way, where now I've got the negative node here. So what happens is these electrons come over here and they start piling up. Well, what do? They force the electrons here. Go, oh, I want to, they want to go running over um, the electrons, run away from the battery here and then come back over here. Okay, is what happens. All right, and so and then the chemicals in the battery take them, put them over here, and they come back over here and they start collecting. So let's see what happens when I change the separation. If I get them closer, what happens to the charge? Oh, let's disconnect the battery. Let's take the battery out of there, and let's put in. So here we go. If I want to charge the top, charge the bottom. Okay, now hold on. Let's connect the battery. All right, let's just start over. So what happens if I change the area? Notice, more charge. If I change the area, I get more charge. What happens if I change the separation? What happens if I make the separation bigger? Oh, it gets less charge. So the capacitance isn't as big. So what is a capacitor? It's a place that stores charge. So I want to get out of this cartoon, and in video 2, I'll show you how a battery works, so that you got a good idea. Because I was asked, I'll never forget, Sarah asked me, so what is this voltage? What does it do? It pushes charge, is basically what it does. It allows us to push charge around. So I'll show you that.